Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a behind the scenes video with the lovely Miss Ari. She is on Instagram and I have her profile linked below if you're interested in following her. Also, my Instagram will be linked as well as a discount code for this dress that we're modeling from Pink Blush. I'm super excited about this partnership, and it's another way to support me as a creator since I am giving you all of this inspiration. I will always be linking outfits when I can, when I'm the one who provides them. So definitely take a look at the description box below if and when you are curious about where the outfits came. We are at Half Moon Bay State Beach, and like I mentioned, we're modeling a dress from the lovely Pink Blush. I love this company so much. And we are at Half Moon Bay State Beach, but rather than utilizing the beach for this photo shoot, we are actually utilizing the park above, which is very pretty. They have these very coastal looking trees, and we're just posing Ari on the log here. And actually this was a very different photo shoot than I normally do. I usually don't utilize trees as much. I used to do it a lot more when I first started, but I didn't really like how those were. So I kind of surprised myself with utilizing these trees so much. One reason that we also utilized these trees was because of the harsh lighting. It was supposed to be an overcast day, but the clouds decided to clear up before we arrived. So we did arrive a little bit too early, and I think that this is a really good example of utilizing whatever you can, no matter the weather or the circumstances. And it just goes to show that no matter what, you can make your photo shoot happen. Whether it's the location is not what you expected, you don't know where to go, so you have to use an ugly location, or if the lighting is different than originally predicted, you can always make a photo shoot a lot better than what you expect. Like I said, I really wanted to utilize the tree and incorporate the nature into the photo shoot. So that's what we're doing here. And I wanted to make these photos interesting and not cheesy. So a lot of posing really goes into that, and using the tree as a prop rather than the model being a prop on the tree is really important to making these less cheesy and more, I don't know like how to describe it, but make it look more natural and an image that makes sense, if that makes sense. Putting models inside of trees is always really difficult. I've done it before with a few photo shoots, and I never really liked how the images turned out. But for this particular photo shoot, the images actually ended up turning out really great. So you'll see that here in a second, how some of these quote-unquote sitting in the tree photos actually really turned out super cute, and I actually would use these ones in my portfolio. And if you are a fantasy photographer, then maybe this is the type of thing you might want to do. They are heavily posed, so keep that in mind. I'm not just putting my model in the tree and taking a picture. I am directing her throughout the entire thing to make the image make a little bit more sense once it comes out. because photo and video are quite different. In movies, when you see someone in a tree, there's a lot of movement going on. There's a reason why they're in the tree. But in an image, you don't really know if there is a reason that the particular person is in the tree. So it's important that you do a lot of posing when it comes to photos in a tree so that it doesn't just look a little weird and staged.
You see how it's like coming from the back?
So for this particular photo, I actually had her leaning up against the tree, and I had her lift up her knees so that it looked like she was clinging onto the tree. And I really feel like it added to the storyline of the images, and it made it a little cuter. It looked like she was climbing the tree, but in a majestic way. So I'm really excited how those particular images turned out. After that, we ended up moving to another location. We just walked a couple hundred feet, and I put her Ari in front of these like roots, and I don't know what to call them. They're like roots and also like little I don't even know, like little branches and leaves. They're coming off of a little hillside that is there. And I posed her here because it provided a lot of shade. And I was also able to utilize the plants to add in some foreground, and it blocked the sunlight just enough to where the little bit of light that did leak through actually made the image really magical and very dreamy, and I really loved that effect of this location. You can kind of see it in the video and now in the photo how it turned out. There's also a few photos that turned out a little bit dreamier depending on the angle in which I held the camera. I was really working hard to make sure that she was backlit, but also to where there wasn't too much light leakage so that her face wouldn't get covered with the sun rays. So that was a lot of work, but I feel like having to take my time really improved the images and how they turned out, because I really had to think through each shot before I took it. Otherwise, I think the entire gallery would just be trash, honestly. I actually ended up not liking a good amount of this gallery just because the light wasn't what I was prepared for, and with the difference between Ari's skin tone and the white dress with the bright lighting made it very difficult. I was expecting softer light, which would have made the difference between her skin tone and the white dress not as difficult to photograph. So I actually didn't like a good portion of it, and this was a really good challenge for me to learn how to work with different skin tones, even though I do have experience. But it's good for me to learn how to work with different skin tones in different lighting than just one lighting scenario. And I think that's really important for every creative to do, whether you're a photographer or if you're a makeup artist. I think it's really important for you to practice on different ethnicities as far as skin and hair and things like that. But that's just kind of my 2 cents. Another thing that I have a question for you guys on is, Do you guys like the whole video being a voiceover, or would you prefer to just have it be the behind the scenes? Definitely let me know in the comments. This will help me cater to you guys a little bit more, because I actually don't mind doing either. I'm not stuck on either one, and I also really enjoy doing voiceovers, but I also don't mind not doing them either. So you'll see a lot of movement here. I just instructed Ari to swing her arms holding her dress to give some more movement and really show off the dress. I feel like doing this with skirts and dresses really makes the photo more interesting, and it gives the model or client something to do with their hands other than just putting them by their side or in their hair or in their pocket. And movement always creates more of a storyline for the images rather than just being still. So that's why I was having her do this quite a bit, and that was just to get that and also a few more variations of the same photo.
And I'm gonna have you kind of go like, and like bring your shoulder. Yes, exactly. Like that really like flirty. This one is getting very low. Oh, that's so pretty. Yes. Oh, those are pretty. Oh my gosh, it just gets better. Like, the more we shoot, the more pretty it gets.
I also really like to show my clients and my models some of the images on the back of the camera for a few reasons. One is so that they can get a little bit of confidence to see just how good they look in their photos, but another reason is so that they can critique themselves and make adjustments based off of the images that they're seeing and how they look inside of the photos, because everybody sees themselves differently than how like I would see them. So it's really important to show your clients and models some of the images so they can make adjustments accordingly. I've also done this before where I've shown them and then they wanted to retake the image and then they adjusted themselves and it actually made the photo better. So that's another reason why I think it's really important to show them the photos. And that's going to conclude our video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope that you found it helpful and that you got some inspiration from it. Like I asked before, let me know what your preference would be as far as if you like the voiceovers or not, because I will adjust according to what you guys prefer. Anyway, give Ari a follow, give me a follow on Instagram, go check out that description box and give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!
And then bring your chin up so that your eyes aren't like up. Yeah, there you go. And then I'm gonna have you just slightly part your lips. Yeah. Yes, I like that. Also, if I make you smile, you can smile. Sometimes it's
okay, cool.
Like if I accidentally, like if you accidentally smile, those are some of the cutest pictures I feel. That is really cute. That's like your portraits. Exactly. Yes. Those are cute. Okay. I'm gonna have you do that thing when you're like folding your earring.